Libra.
Hello Libra, this is your September forecast for 2014, and this is the time of year where you want to pull back a little bit or feel the need to pull back a little bit. And why is that? Well, the sun is completing its year journey a month at a time in each of the areas of your chart. So when it comes up to that 12th house, well, it just needs to take a step back and download and just allow things to kind of rest up and recharge a little bit. So that is what September mainly is for you before your birthday hits, because then the sun is all recharged, coming back out to play and readying itself for a new 11 months ahead before it hits the 12th house again. But that's where your sun is right now. And so you want to listen to your body. If it needs to take a break and take a rest, do so. You also have the new moon in this area, which is coming in on the 23rd of September. And that is the time to put down intentions, not just for the month, but for the entire year. So feel where your energy has been going from top of the month down to that new moon. Feel how good it feels to kind of step within, you know, and pull back a little bit, because here probably August was very busy for you socially when the sun was out there in that 11th house, you know, for friends and groups and whatnot. And so the new moon intention for you on the 23rd would be, I'm going to make sure that I find this sacred space, this internal sacred space where I pull back, whether to meditate, do yoga, or whatever it is you do when you like to rest up. And make a promise to yourself that every month you will make sure that you set off that little extra time so that your body can recharge as you go along. So it's not like full speed ahead, then you hit the wall, you know, every August just to kind of recharge in September. Then you pace yourself differently, more harmoniously, and it's more beneficial for your health as well. You've got to think that the 12th house, this area, the spiritual area, the opposite sign is the 6th house that has to do with health and overall well-being. So the physical body and the spiritual body, they need to balance out, right? So anyway, your mindset is also here in the 12th house. Mercury is there until September 3rd. So you might have felt there the last few weeks of August that mentally you were needing to pull back too from groups or crowds, just to kind of relax your mind a little bit. But from September 3rd onwards, you will see that Mercury is going to start burning strong again, where your focus is coming out. It's the first house of personality. Mercury is not just our way of think processing or having thought processing, but it's also how we communicate. So you might be extra communicative here as Mercury moves into your sign on September 3rd. All right, so it's kind of happy there. It shares. And then we have Mars. Let's look at Mars. Mars until the 14th, so those first 2 weeks of September, will be going through your 2nd house. Money, income, value, self-esteem, all of those things. So, and Saturn is there too. Saturn has been there for the better part over 2 years. It will conclude its journey in December. So you might have felt there's been extra weight on your financial situation for this long. But it's starting to pick up speed now. It moved direct there end of July. A little slow there in August as it's gaining speed. But now from September, you will see how it's going to flash through from 18 to 30 degrees between September and that early of December. So Mars is here too, so you will feel that Mars and Saturn, they're going to lock something in, and you will feel maybe that you're looking at money, you're looking at budgets, you're crunching numbers, thinking of how to improve and not just balance, but ground new income streams. So money should be a lot on your mind here. After September 14th, you're in a better place. Mars is out of there, coming into the 3rd house of communication, short distance travel. You might see how that's going to pick up there last couple of weeks of the month. And especially because Mars is then in the sign of Sagittarius. Not only near distance travel, like a road trip out of town, it might even desire to travel further, okay, because Sagittarius always is that far horizon. So you might want or feel the need or desire to travel out of state or even out of country. Then we have Venus, which is love, and it is money, and it is romance. It's in the area until September 6th, in that area of hopes, dreams, wishes, groups and organizations. So this is where you're placing that love, this energy, and it's in the sign of Leo, so it's all heartfelt, okay? So you might feel here end of August coming into September, the need and desire to be with your friends, to catch up with them, share some time with them, and that is beautiful. But then after the 6th, well then, Venus too is going to take a hiatus into your 12th house, where it's going to pull back. It's going to have more so of a need to listen within and do the spiritual inner workings, and so you will have that for the rest of the remaining of the month. It will be joining up there where the new moon and the sun is. Mercury has then already moved out of that area, but it feels self-contained. All right, and then the next journey, which we'll talk about in October, is when Venus comes out of that submerging of the 12th house into your first house, where Venus is extremely radiant and beautiful, and especially because then it will be in your first house. It will be in the sign of Libra, which it rules. So in that sense, you're going to be looking beautiful there in October. That is also your birth month. So we have the full moon this month here for you here, Libra, and that's going to be in your 6th house. You're going to be looking at or feeling the results of your day-to-day routine, catching up on your to-do list, also looking over your balance, your health, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, how that works for you, what is efficient and what just drains your energy, because it's in the sign of Pisces, which is water. So, you know, and having Neptune here too, you might just feel sometimes that your daily routine may slip a little bit because of Neptune. It's holding water. It's there now, and then it drains straight through, right? So you might feel in the past where you were always very punctual and always on time and on the mark, holding your meetings, being on the clock. Neptune in this area can just make time slip a little bit too, and that can be frustrating, at least until you get the hang of it and you go more with that intuitive clock instead. But the full moon here might highlight a few of these issues. So we have Jupiter here, Libra, in your 11th house. Jupiter, it is happy in the sign of Leo. They're both ruled by fire. And so there's expansion to be expected between now and that of next summer. Expanding groups of friends, okay? New people may be coming into your life. And they may also be sharing some of the philosophical state of mind that you have. Jupiter loves higher education. It studies, it researches, it wants to know, it's curious, right? And so right now I'm seeing how you're branching out, thirsty for new people in your life that understands where you're coming from without you having to explain it all to them, right? But somebody who's already there on that same path that you can resonate with and grow and expand with. Great time for you this whole entire year in that manner. So we have now, on the 9th, there might be a decision for you to be made. Mercury and Pluto, they're having these talks and they're not really seeing eye to eye. So if something is coming up for you, it's in the home area where Pluto is. Mercury right there here in the 1st house, it's between you and somebody in the household. It could be parents, it could be a spouse, or whoever, whatever that deal is. Might need to come to some term of agreement, but if you're still feeling a little unsettled, I'd say wait to the 10th. You don't have to act right away. On the 10th, you will more so be filled with that sense of confidence, because Jupiter is going to support that Mercury that's doubting on the 9th, and it will find a solution. And it will find a solution that you're quite happy with, I think, everybody involved. So on the 11th, I see that you here, Libra, you're kind of looking at the structure of your value systems, not just looking at the money side, even though I do feel that you're going to be looking at that end of it too, because Saturn's in that money house, but it's also self-esteem. And so you're looking at what you have been doing, how you've been working, so that new mastery can come out from this, even though it's been a slow process, 2 to 2.5 years nearly in the works. But the sun here on this day, it's coming from the depths of your inner self, or should I say the higher self as well, where you're looking at what you have accomplished so that this area can actually start expanding and growing, and especially after December, when Saturn leaves this area, then the pressure of your financial situation should also alleviate. Then Saturn's going to be busy doing other things. But it's between now, you got September, October, November, and then the first couple of weeks there in December of wrapping up this journey, financial journey or pressure that you've had. So I see how you're downloading and thinking and refining the journey that you've been on. And you know what? You're pretty proud of yourself, and you should be also, Libra, because you know it was for the higher good for you and everybody else involved too. So that will be exciting, just to see what foundation Saturn has grown for you. Now on the 14th, Venus also rules money and romance again, of course, is in a very passionate throw with Pluto on the 14th. So you can expect something really nice, something really deep, intense taking place. But also I'd like to say it could be a good money day for you, just because Pluto never does anything small. Pluto's all about transformational energy. So you could see how this is going to build up and come together for you. So followed by here, just the following week. First, you're going to have this good news or insight on the 14th. But then on the 21st, Saturn is also coming into great aspect here with Venus as well. And so Saturn wants to anchor in. Maybe some of you might get a green light on a new job that suddenly now can start, you know, giving you the security that you've been working for, seeking, and whatever that is, it is good for you. So, you know, circle in the 21st as well. So we have all the personal planets here moving forward, Libra, and this is what we need now. This whole, since top of the year, it's been retrograde, right, until the end of July there, when the last planet turned right. That was Saturn. So they're all moving forward, but these big bodies, you know, like Saturn, it takes time to, you know, from going backwards to pick up speed. It's been a little slow. So you might not have noticed all of it there in August, but hey, this is September. It's starting to pick up speed, and this Saturn now is going to be supporting you. And then along with the other personal planets that are direct too, you should start really seeing that your life is going to pick up speed. We have the outer planets still retrograde, and I got that question more than once. What about those out there retrograde? Well, they work on our subconsciousness more so than in the outer world, the here and now. They work transformationally for the overall, so you won't notice them the same way as when Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn goes retrograde. Okay, so we're on a good move with those. So this is pretty much our forecast here for September. Libra, it is going to be a good one, an active one, very social one, and also a time to step back, rest up, look at money. The rest is taking care of itself for right now, and I will see you next month. But do go listen to your moon and rising sign, and do come back later on in September. Re-listen to the dates that we spoke about, because if you listen early in the month of August, well, those dates might go straight over your head. So I'll see you there in October. Bye now.